What's happening, everyone? Austin Belsack from cultivatedculture.com here, and today I'm going to show you how to design a killer LinkedIn cover photo in under 5 minutes, and I'm going to show you how to do it for free. So in order to make that happen, we're going to be using a piece of software called Canva, which is totally awesome. And if you found this video because you're reading my LinkedIn cover photo post, you've heard me talk about Canva a little bit. But for the people who are coming in fresh, I just want to give you some context on the platform so you understand sort of what it's about and how to use it. So Canva is an online web app that was created by graphic designers who are kind enough to realize that people like me and maybe yourself who have zero design experience, zero design skills, and not a single artsy bone in their body still need awesome looking images. So they created this platform where they basically designed thousands and thousands of pre-made templates that look fantastic, and then they layered on an editor that allows us to go in and customize it to our needs. So you can change the font size, the font type, you can type in here, you can add images, you can select icons, you can add shapes. There's so many different options and it's super flexible, but you're starting with a design that was made by a professional, so you know that the final product is going to look awesome. So we're going to leverage this for our LinkedIn cover photo, and the great news for us is that LinkedIn already has over 1,200 totally free LinkedIn cover photo templates all ready to go. And they look just like the one in front of me. This is just one example of 1,200 or so. And so I mentioned in under 5 minutes, if you want to create a cover photo in less than 30 seconds, you literally can. You could just come in here and change the name, and then we could go down to the title and let's just say I'm a software engineer, and boom, there I go. Now I'm good to go. I could download this. I could upload it to my LinkedIn profile and I would stand out. This would pop compared to what everybody else has on there. But the point of this video is to take you through the creative process and show you how to make an awesome cover photo from scratch. So you get a feel for the platform, you get a feel for the design process, and you can see how to go from zero to an awesome image that you can feel comfortable showing the world. So with that said, before we dive in, I just want to show you a few things about the platform. First, on the left here, we have all of the different templates. The great part about Canva is you can just click on a template and it'll drop in and you can start editing. I can just click in here and do whatever I want. And that's super easy because if I mess something up or I don't like it, I can just click and revert back to the original, or I can go to a new one. It makes it super simple and super fast to use. Now, on the left-hand side of that, we have all these buttons where we can change different filters. We can add in shapes and images and things like that. We can add in text, and we can even upload our own images and files, which can come in handy if you have specific branding, or if you have a logo, or if you have images of yourself that you want to share. All those can be uploaded and used for free. Now, on the right-hand side here, that's where the editor lives. So if we're editing one of these specific templates, we can go in here, we can click in, we can change the spacing, we can change the alignment, we can change font colors, we can change the actual font and the font size. This is where the magic happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select everything and delete it so that we start 100% fresh from a white background. Now, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that I would use to replicate the cover photo that I currently have on my LinkedIn profile, which I'm pretty happy with. So to get started, you're going to want to choose your core image, basically the backbone of your cover photo. Now, it can be a picture of you, or it could be a picture of something that represents you. So for example, if you love coffee and you want to let people know you're open for coffee, you could use this awesome image that says meet me for coffee. That's super LinkedIn centric, very relevant, and it looks awesome. Now, if you're not sure about what images to use or where to find good ones, I mentioned in the article this site called unsplash.com. And basically what Unsplash does is they have this group of freelance photographers who go out there and they're looking to build visibility. So they take pictures and they upload them here, and they're totally free. They're super high quality. You can download them without even having to create an account. So if you're a coffee fanatic, here's an awesome picture of some beans, and you can even run a search and you can find a whole bunch of different pictures that you can mess around with. Or you can just go back to their homepage here and you can scroll down to see the editor's picks. And as you can tell, they have some really, really cool images for us to choose one. I especially like this one, but basically my point is there's a lot of options out here. They're all free and they're gonna be more unique. They're not like those corny stock photos you'd find in Google Images or somewhere else. So once you have your core photo, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna drop it in. Now, in my case, I'm gonna drop in a picture of New York because that's where I'm from and I think it's really cool. And I'm gonna mess around with this a little bit. So I'm gonna increase the size, and then something to keep in mind when you're creating your cover photo, your profile picture is gonna obscure part of it depending on what device people are viewing it on. So on desktop, my profile picture is going to obscure the left side of this photo. On mobile, it's going to obscure the middle, and the right is never obscured. So right now, I'm going to have a lot of coverage with my profile photo, and my cover photo is going to be kind of hidden. So I'm actually going to flip this horizontally and then move it on over to the right-hand side so that I can make sure there's a lot of visibility on the skyline, which is what's really important to me. Next, I want to add some colors. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of the shapes that Canva provides. And I'm going to start with the rectangle because that's honestly the most commonly used one and the easiest to manipulate. So I'm just going to cover the entire photo here because I want to add some tint. And then I'm going to go ahead and punch in my specific brand colors. So I actually have a specific hex color for my brand, but you can select from any of the pre-default options, or you can go in and use the slider here to select something else. Now I have my blue in here, but I want to make sure the background image shines through. So I'm actually going to drop the transparency a little bit, and I think around 40% is solid. So now we have a nice blue tint that's on brand, but it still shows the New York skyline in the background, and we have a lot of white space to work with, which is great. I really love that. Next, I want to add in a bit of my branding. So I have a white logo, and I want to make sure that when people see my cover photo, they know who I am, they know what company I'm with, and I want to make sure that that is associated with me. So I'm just going to drop it in the upper right-hand corner there. Again, I know that's not going to get covered by my profile picture on any device, so that's an awesome place to put it. Next, I want to add some social proof. And the way I'm going to do that is through logos of publishers that I've been featured in. So I'm going to add a little bit of a bar down here at the bottom, and I'm just going to drag it all the way across. And then I'm going to use that same color, but I'm not going to drop the transparency. Now, I may make it a little bit smaller so we still see some of the skyline. And this is starting to look pretty good, right? So now all I need to do is drop in the publisher logos. So what I'm going to do is go find one of them. I'm going to click on it to drop it in. I'm going to resize it. And one of the cool parts about Canva is that it has these little pink lines that will show you when you have something centered or aligned. And it'll do it versus the whole cover photo, but it'll also do it versus other elements on the page. So you can make sure that everything is perfectly in place, nothing skewed or looks weird. That's one of the huge benefits of Canva. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put in all of the rest of the logos here. I'm going to cheat and copy paste, but now I have a bunch of these logos. I have my social proof. I have my brand logo. I have the New York City background. I'm good to go. There's my cover photo. And we did that in under 5 minutes. That was super fast. Now all I need to do is download. I can click this download button in the upper right-hand corner, and it will let me pull it down in either PNG or JPEG format, both of which are acceptable file types on LinkedIn, which is fantastic, and I'm off to the races. So that's it, guys. That was taking you from a blank canvas to a fully awesome functioning cover photo that you can upload to your LinkedIn profile and make it look unique, make it on brand, inject some personality, and get more job offers. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.